Today we are talking about this, the new DJI AVATA FPV drone, weighing only 410 grams, featuring manual mode and capable of speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. Let's see what it can do. So it's certainly impressive, isn't it? So in today's video, I want to talk to you about this drone, my review on this, and talk about the benefits of having a drone like this and what this will bring to you. So flying drones like the Mini 3 and Mavic 3 are really great fun, but flying FPV just unlocks a completely new flying experience. I started with this about 6 months ago, wanted to learn this. I've been absolutely loving it ever since. Now what this does is when you fly drones like this, like FPV drones, it captures unique perspectives you just cannot capture on camera drones. So you can dive down mountains, you can do flips and rolls, you can fly at really fast speeds and capture these immersive moments all through the goggles. I have loved it. It's such a massive adrenaline rush, and I've also enjoyed learning this as well, starting literally from a beginner, having no clue, to now being able to confidently put it into manual mode and go off and fly. However, getting into FPV, it's not all straightforward. But that's what's fantastic about this. Let me explain. So around 6 months ago, I didn't go the DJI route. I picked up another FPV drone, and it was extremely difficult learning. As soon as I took off, it would probably crash a couple of seconds later. There was no safety features built into it whatsoever. I was crashing it constantly, and I just didn't have the time to literally commit to learning this. So what happened with it? It ended up on the shelf where it's remained ever since. But then I was like, I'm seeing all these creators make these fantastic FPV videos, and I really want to learn this. It's just too hard. So I picked up this, the DJI FPV drone, and this I fell in love with. It answered everything. It has built-in GPS, it has safety features, it's got return to home. I loved it. However, the only problem with this is that it's just a bit big, and for traveling around it wasn't ideal because of its size. But I love it. I have never had so much fun with a drone that I had with the DJI FPV drone, and that is until now, this thing. So this answers everything. Because of its size, it is so much smaller and lighter, and it's got all the same built-in safety features. It's absolutely fantastic. So this drone is literally like palm sized. It's 410 grams, so much lighter, but it has the same flying modes. It has normal, sport and manual, and can fly at 60 miles per hour. And this is my favorite drone, and it's one that I would recommend now for beginners who are wanting to get into FPV. I've been flying this for some time now, and I've absolutely loved it. It brings all the advantages and everything that the old DJI FPV drone brought, but now in such a much smaller, compact, easy to travel package. This drone also has propeller guards now, so if you do end up crashing this, the propellers are fully protected, and it's also got 2 sensors here. This is what's going to bring the OcuSync 3 Plus, so the signal on here is fantastic. Now, as I mentioned before, what I love about this, if you end up flying this and you lose it, you're like, where has it gone? It's got automatic return to home. So on the controllers here, you've got several safety features built into this, which you don't get on other FPV drones. So what I love about this, the biggest feature of this for me is the safety features and the ease of use. So if I'm flying it and there's a problem, I can just literally hit this button here and this will automatically brake and it will then just hover in place. And if I lose it, I can just hold this button down and the drone will automatically return back to my home location, just like say on the Mini 3 Mavic 3. It is awesome. You just don't get that on other FPV drones. That's why for a beginner, this is absolutely perfect. And on the bottom of it here, it's got 2 downward position sensors, so this helps with landing and taking off. It will do auto land, auto takeoff, really good. And the battery. So the battery life on here. Now, if you've not flown before FPV, this has an 18-minute of battery life. You might be thinking, that's pretty low, isn't it? Well, no. FPV drones normally fly about 3 to 5 minutes per battery. That's at the most end. So this is remarkable. Now in the testing I've been doing, it is close to 18 minutes in the normal flying mode. So when you're flying in normal, if you're going into sports and manual, you're getting around about 10 to 12 minutes per battery, which is still fantastic. Really impressive. And also it keeps the drone lightweight as well. So the battery life on here, I've had no problem with at all. The camera on here as well is good. I'm sure you've seen from the footage at the start, it shoots really good 4K video, 4K 60, or it can shoot in up to 100 frames per second in 2.7K, so that's good. It has this really immersive wide view, so you literally see so much. It's awesome through these goggles. You shoot in normal or decine like color profiles, and it edits really good as well. So super impressed with the camera on this little drone, really good. Now compared to its predecessor, I've really enjoyed the size of this. I think the size of it is a perfect weight. It's not too small that it's going to be problematic in the wind. I've flown this in some strong winds, it's been great. It's got level 5 wind resistance. So I think the weight of it is perfect, but also its size is the biggest advantage, being much smaller, much easier to travel with. And that now brings me on to these. These are the new goggles and my experience about using these. What do I think? So these goggles I've really enjoyed using. They've had a completely new redesign, much lighter, much smaller. The antennas now fold out and fold inwards, which is much better than before. The headband now goes around the back of your head. And because they're lightweight, they are super comfortable with built-in foam padding around here. Now, when you look through here, you'll see a 1080p OLED screen and an ultra low latency transmission. So when you're flying FPV, that is crucial. And just like the old V2 goggles, these are great. No lag, no stuttering. It's perfect. Just what the drone is seeing is what you're seeing through the feed. Really good. I like that the antennas now fold up and down. You don't have to unscrew them. So perfect for traveling. I've been getting about 2 hours of battery life through these. But if you do have the DJI FPV V2 goggles, you can use them with this drone, just like you can with the controller and the motion controller as well. That all works seamlessly. Let's talk about them controllers. Now for controllers in this drone, you can either use the motion controller or you can use the FPV controller too. And I've really enjoyed using both. The motion controller is really cool. It's literally like some fighter pilot's control stick. And when you turn your wrist, the drone will respond and make turns and either increase or decrease altitude. And it's certainly a more relaxed way of flying. So basically on screen, what you will see is a dot on the screen, and wherever you point that dot, that's where the drone is going to fly. So it's a really cool experience. I've had a lot of fun flying this, and I even gave this to my daughter and she was using this and had so much fun with it. Now for manual mode, this controller, the controller 2, will allow you to open up manual mode. This is the same controller as the one before, so if you've already got this, you can still use this. But this will allow you to then switch into manual mode after some practice. Make sure you go on the simulator and practice, it's free. And that will allow you then to open this up and then do rolls. You can do barrel rolls, you can dive down mountains, you can go really fast, and you're in complete control of it. But you've still got all these safety features built in. So both controllers are awesome and have advantages in their own way. But using them with this drone, this is like literally the most fun, I would say, you can have with any drone. I absolutely love it. This and camera drones both bring different advantages. It's a fantastic drone. So if you want to go and pick this up, I'll link it in the description below. If you've already got the goggles and the controllers from the original DJI drone, you can get this as just literally the drone only. It also comes in different packages as well. So have a look in the description and the links there. It really does help the channel as well if you buy through them links. So I really do appreciate it. If you've got any questions on this drone, just put it in the comments down below. I hope you have found that helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.